Aries, and welcome to your Jupiter and Scorpio transit for 2017 until November 2018. So let's talk about personal transformation and financial resources, Aries. How is your relationship with that? Debts, banks, taxes, other people's money, your body, my body. This transit is going to be highlighting all of that for you, sharing and exploring the realms of a lot of other things that have to deal with deep, deep unconscious motivations and why you do certain things. You just had a transit of Jupiter leaving your seventh house, which had to deal with your relationships and how you are in relationships. Do you want relationships? Do you not want to deal with relationships? And if you're focusing on a relationship, you might be looking at how to probably be a little bit more intimate with your partner. And if you're not focusing on relationships, this transit is going to be focusing on how you're going to be looking at your finances, your resources, and your debts, your loans, your taxes, your mortgages, and how to make some money, and how to really make things a little bit more financially accessible to you through these type of financial institutions. For those of you that are dealing with the metaphysical, the spiritual, the healing realms, the realms that deal with the death, rebirth cycle, the physical, emotional strength, this is going to be a lot of attention in that area. I think that there is going to be a lot of Aries out there that are going to be finding that they're going into more of their private world, their psychological world, dealing with those things from the past, because it's a Plutonian house. So there could be some therapy sessions, there could be some psychology sessions, there could be a lot of talking or dealing with the past, and how is it that like the past has really shaped the way that you deal with your physical, sexual resources, and that has to deal with also other people's body. So we get into this transit, the deeper we go into it, the deeper we're going to be looking at a lot of the past and your past motivations and the partners that you've dealt with and why you dealt with those partners in the past. And was it because of the attraction, or was it because of the Plutonian power over the relationship with the person as well? You're going to be having Uranus move out of your first house into your second house, dealing with your money and your resources and what you value. So the things that you may value with this transit may completely shift by next year. But I do think that a lot of guys are going to be looking at their public image and how they're looking at themselves being projected. And if you want your public image to change, that definitely can happen this year as well, the way that you want people to see you. But first, you have to hone in those talents. You have to make yourself more accessible, and you have to value yourself a lot more with this transit coming in, working on you and dealing with the past issues and dealing with people, and really, really strengthening your inner self, your inner core, your core at this moment. This is going to be a really good time with this Jupiter in Scorpio transit, because Scorpio's penetrating, and it has to deal with it's a surgical type of sign, and going through and cutting things out that are not there that don't need to be in your life anymore. So you're going to be looking at that, because I think a lot of Aries out there are going to realize that they need to cut away things and let things go in order for them to actually be a truly in charge of themselves, and truly in charge of, they want to be authorities in their life. This is going to be a good time for that real self-analyzation. I know Aries energy, you do not like to be really stuck in the emotional world too much. You like to just cut through the emotions and get to the physical, or get to the action-oriented area. But this is going to be a really big look at your sexual motivations and your primitive motivations, and even some of you may be expanding how it is that you look at money as well too with all of this too, and how your relationship with people and money, and how money probably might play a bigger role than you think they do, even though you're a very free loving sign. So just enjoy the transit and enjoy learning about yourself more intimately. All right, Aries. To schedule a private consultation with me, email me at aquilaastrology@gmail.com. I'm going to leave that email in the description box below, as well as the link to my new SoundCloud page called Pluto's Mic, where I'll be talking about astrology, the metaphysical, the occult. And you can contact me as well on my Instagram page. You can send me a direct message if you are interested in a reading. I hope you guys enjoy your Jupiter and Scorpio transit.